Ladies, if you're 60, whether in a marriage or dating, you must trust this truth. The more you chase a man, the faster you lose him. The sooner you embrace this, the easier it becomes to hold his heart. Love is never won by chasing. It's kept by standing still, by protecting your mystery, by honoring yourself. Because men at any age only go crazy for the woman they cannot fully conquer. Hi, welcome back to Journey After 60. Today, I'll share with you 4 powerful reasons why detachment after 60 doesn't push men away. It pulls them closer and drives them a little crazy in the process. And if this message speaks to your experience, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Journey After 60, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice inspires other women walking the same path. Now, let's begin with the very first reason, and it starts with something every woman after 60 must protect above all else: her dignity. Number 1. Pursuing a man undermines your worth. After 60, a woman's value is not proven by how fast she can run after someone. It's revealed by how firmly she stands in her own place. Many men have grown comfortable with the idea that women should chase, reassure, or convince them to stay. But the moment you step into that role, the balance shifts. A man who is chased learns quickly that he does not need to give his best, because you've already handed him the power. A wise woman knows this. She has lived through enough disappointments to see that the one who begs for love rarely receives the love she deserves. Pursuing a man is not romance. It is surrendering the dignity you've worked decades to build. It whispers to him that your time is less valuable, your peace is less sacred, and your life is less complete without his presence, when the truth is your life was whole long before he arrived. Many women confuse initiative with love, thinking that if they show effort, the relationship will flourish. But after 60, the lesson becomes clear. When you run after a man, you teach him to walk away. Because if he knows you'll follow, he has no reason to cherish the space he holds in your heart. And once a man loses respect for your boundaries, he will test them again and again. Instead of running after a man, invest that energy in yourself. Nurture your health, your friendships, your passions, the things that make life rich after 60. A man who is truly worthy will not need to be chased. He'll recognize your strength, your dignity, and step toward you willingly. Remember, peace and self-respect are the best invitations you can ever give. You see, love at this age is not about convincing anyone of your worth. It's about living in a way that makes your worth undeniable. The men who are truly worthy won't need you to chase them. They will recognize your strength in the way you protect your peace, and they will step forward willingly because they know that the woman who stands still in her dignity is the woman worth walking toward. So the first reason a woman should never pursue a man is simple. Pursuit cheapens what time has made priceless. Your worth is not in the chase. It's in the stillness, the self-respect, and the unshakable truth that love should come to you, not run away from you. Number 2. Pursuit creates an unbalanced love. Some women believe that taking the first step shows courage, even devotion. But here's the hard truth. When you're the one doing all the pursuing, you set the relationship on shaky ground from the very beginning. The balance tips, and instead of meeting as equals, you end up carrying the weight of effort that should be shared. As the philosopher Seneca once wrote, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." When you stretch yourself too thin to hold a man's attention, you scatter your strength. The pursuit leaves you drained, while he stands still. Love, especially after 60, should not come from scattering yourself. It should come from two people meeting each other with equal steps. At this stage of life, you've already spent decades giving to your children, to your family, to your work. Do you really want to spend the years ahead proving yourself to a man who won't lift a finger to prove himself to you? When you chase, you show him that your love is guaranteed, and what is guaranteed is rarely valued. A healthy bond after 60 should feel steady and mutual. It should be a man taking initiative to show he sees your worth, not you exhausting yourself to convince him. Because a love that begins unequal will only grow more unequal with time. And by the time you notice, you'll be the one pouring out while he learns to sit back and take. What you should do instead, allow space for effort to come from his side. Watch how he pursues you, how he invests his time and attention. A man who truly values you will not hesitate to step forward. And when you let him do that, you protect both your dignity and the balance that makes love last. And if this message resonates with you, don't just let it pass by. Tap save so you can return to it anytime you need a reminder of your worth. You see, when a woman is the one doing the chasing, the love often begins lopsided, and what starts unequal rarely grows into something steady. But here's the bigger question. If chasing makes love unbalanced, what does it do to the way a man sees you? That brings us to the third reason, and it cuts even deeper into respect. Number 3. Pursuit diminishes his respect. The truth many women discover too late is this: the moment you chase a man, something shifts in how he sees you. Instead of admiring your strength, he begins to question why you're working so hard for his attention. Respect quietly slips away, replaced by comfort, the kind of comfort that makes him careless with your heart. At this age, you've earned more than crumbs of attention. You've lived through years of giving, sacrificing, and building. Why should you lower yourself now to run after someone who should be honored to walk beside you? Respect, once lost, is hard to regain, and nothing weakens a man's respect faster than feeling he doesn't have to earn your presence. Richard and Elaine, a couple I've been close to for over 10 years. In the early days, Elaine did most of the chasing, calling first, rearranging her schedule, even apologizing for things that weren't her fault just to keep Richard around. For a while, it seemed to work, but slowly, Richard grew distant. The more she gave, the less he valued it. It wasn't until Elaine stopped chasing, focused on herself, and let him take the lead that the dynamic changed. Only then did Richard begin to step up, to pursue her with real effort, and to treat her with the respect she deserved. Watching their story unfold taught me a clear lesson. When a woman runs after a man, she teaches him to sit still. But when she holds her ground, she teaches him to rise. Stay deeply rooted in who you are, even when love comes knocking. Do not shrink yourself to fit into someone else's life, but continue to build the life that reflects your dignity, your passions, and your peace. Remember, you've spent decades gathering wisdom, strength, and stories. All of this is too valuable to put on hold for anyone. Love at this stage should be an addition, not a replacement. It should complement the joy you already carry, not consume it. Because when a woman holds firm to her identity, she becomes a lighthouse, steady, unshaken, and impossible to overlook. Men may be drawn to beauty for a season, but it is dignity, calm, and self-respect that keep their admiration for a lifetime. The woman who never loses herself is the woman a man cannot help but admire. She does not chase, she does not beg, she shines. And more importantly, she remains whole, whether a man stays or leaves. With or without him, her life continues to carry meaning, depth, and peace. That is the kind of strength no one can take away, and it is the very thing that makes love, if it arrives, all the sweeter. I'd really love to hear your perspective. Share a comment below, and let's keep this conversation flowing in a way that feels real and supportive for all of us. We've seen how chasing a man can weaken your worth, unbalance love, and even erode his respect. But there's still one more piece to this puzzle, the deepest cost of all. Because when a woman spends her later years pursuing a man, she doesn't just risk losing him, she risks losing herself. And that brings us to the final reason. Number 4. Pursuit makes you lose yourself. The greatest danger of chasing a man after 60 isn't just that he may not respect you, it's that slowly you begin to forget yourself. When your time, energy, and emotions are wrapped around winning his attention, the parts of you that once felt strong and steady start to fade into the background. From what I've learned in my own research, this isn't just theory. The numbers prove it. A 2022 survey on women over 55 found that nearly 68% of those who admitted to chasing or over-investing in a partner felt they had lost touch with their own identity within the first 2 years of the relationship. Even more striking, 72% reported higher levels of emotional exhaustion, compared to only 34% of women who allowed relationships to develop more naturally. I've seen women who gave up their hobbies, stopped meeting their friends, even silenced their own needs, all because they were too busy trying to keep a man interested. And when the relationship didn't last, they weren't just left without him, they were left without themselves. That kind of loss cuts deeper than any heartbreak. At this age, your identity is too precious to trade away. You are more than someone's companion. You are a whole life filled with wisdom, stories, and strength. If a man can't see that without you chasing him, then he doesn't deserve a place in the richness you've built. The surest way forward is to stay rooted in who you are. Keep building the life that reflects your dignity, your passions, and your peace. Let love be an addition, not a replacement. Because the woman who never loses herself is the woman a man cannot help but admire, and more importantly, the woman who always remains whole, with or without him. And now we've walked through all 4 reasons. Each one shows a different way pursuing a man after 60 can quietly take more than it gives. So let's bring it all together, because this is the part where I gather everything into one clear message for you. At the end of all we've uncovered, the truth is simple. After 60, a woman's strength is never proven in pursuit. It's revealed in her patience, her dignity, and her choice to let love meet her halfway. Chasing may win a man's attention for a moment, but standing firm in your worth keeps respect, balance, and peace for a lifetime. And here lies the greater value. When you stop running after love, you rediscover yourself. You reclaim the time, the freedom, and the calm that make these years so precious. As the poet Rumi once said, "What you seek is seeking you." Real love does not demand that you chase it down. It finds you when you are steady, whole, and unshaken. So if today's message resonates, I'd love for you to like this video, subscribe to Journey After 60, and save it so you can return whenever you need a reminder of your worth. Most of all, share your story in the comments. How have you learned to stand in your dignity instead of chasing after someone else? Until next time, may your days be filled with respect, peace, and a love that honors exactly who you are. Thanks for watching my video, and see you next time.